Usually, popes don't give out interviews, but Jesuit priest Antonio Spadaro broke that mold when he interviewed Pope Francis for La Civiltà Cattolica and other Jesuit publications. It was the very first interview Pope Francis agreed to, and it made waves across the globe. It laid out some of his priorities like evangelization and reforms in the governance of the Church. And now Spadaro is sharing what that conversation was like.
The Pope is calm, but he's also like a volcano. When Pope Francis speaks, he doesn't follow a linear conversation. Instead, it goes up and down. So he first throws out something to test you, then he does that again and again. So for the final product to make sense, you have to tie it all together and lay out the entire conversation. This interview could not follow a simple question and answer format.
That conversation is now part of a book titled My Door is Always Open. The publication is an extension of that breakthrough interview, including some background information and comments to help readers understand the context and setting of the interview.
The title of the book already says so much about the Pope's attitude. With John Paul II, his main phrase was, "Don't be afraid." Then with Benedict XVI, it was, "Open wide the doors to Christ." Now with Pope Francis, it's, "My door is always open." Once I wrote and published the interview, I noticed that there was still much more to be said. There was a need to share things that I hesitated to publish because they were difficult to explain.
The interview was carried out in 3 afternoons back in the month of August. It was around the same time when the Pope was preparing his apostolic exhortation. It was the Pope's first interview, and so it made sense that the Pope's new team was at the book launch, including his advisory group, the Pope's secretary Fabian Padaccio, and the Vatican Secretary of State Pietro Parolin.